Something we've only seen less than a handful of times since this franchise was born back in the 90s, and that's Jacksonville hosting in the playoffs as we welcome you to TIAA Bank Field. Coming up, it's the final game of Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a good AFC matchup in store between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Fielded just outside the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Here's Drake one more time on 2nd down. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Cantrell. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Well, Charles, you talk about this offense, and you think about the man in charge, their head coach, this marking his first ever playoff game as the head coach, and you wonder what's going through his mind right about now.
Brandon, I think we both agree that he's had a great season, and we wouldn't be surprised at all to see him get plenty of Coach of the Year votes. I thought he took the right tone in his weekly press conference, though. Played it cool, took the reserved angle, and when you don't have the track record, I think that's the exact right way to do it.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, Cantrell. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Taking it about the 16. And a 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. And connecting here with DJ Shark. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
First carry for the Clemson man, Travis Etienne. He'll be dropped at the 30. The first broken tackle couldn't bust him free. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. Here's Lawrence to throw. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. And he will have a Jaguars first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A shotgun snap and a give to Etienne. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Now Lawrence to throw. Henry's got it down on the left side. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47.
Well, let's be honest about the whole thing. When you're looking for a reliable set of hands on 3rd down, the first thought is often not fullback. But that's who they turn to there. And he does a nice job of securing the football and picking up the first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 47. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And this one is incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Lawrence going to throw again. He'll drop this one off with Etienne. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Lawrence will throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. And right side, Henry's got it. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. No score after 1 on EA Sports. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
6-6, bullet high. Hey, seam 6, seam 6. Hey, Delta.
Lawrence. And it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this 2nd down call after that type of a gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. On the give, this is Drake. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. From the gun, Cantrell. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. They'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
On 2nd and 9, Lawrence. He'll get this off to ETN. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
Hey, Wahoo! Look at me, zipper! Go! Shoot!
They'll run with ETN. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
ETN. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Well, I know a defensive coordinator is going to be pretty excited about what he just saw there. Great knockback by their front. And now with the ball where it is, I would expect to see the offense throw the ball on 2nd and 3rd down here.
On 2nd down, a run with ETN. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. This is Penny, and he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down, so let's see what this is about. Josh Lambo now for the point after. And this is up and good. The score now 7-0 Jaguars. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now a handoff for Drake. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. Now this throw caught left side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
Throwing on first down, Cantrell. Throw left side complete. That's Marsh. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Cantrell. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. On second down, it's Drake. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. On 1st and goal, Drake. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Kenyon Drake, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied here in the second quarter. So the extra point good, and the roughing call going to move the ball out to the 50 for the kickoff.
And I think this is a good chance to pin them deep if you can land the kickoff inside the 5-yard line or so. Gain some field position for your defense.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. Sharks got it, left side. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Go! Hey, Haywood!
Now Lawrence. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Bennett. And he goes out right around the 39.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
On first down, Lawrence. Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over it, and they got there to break that one up.
2nd and 10.
Pick it up, defense. Let's go. Shoot. Greystone, Travis. Bravo.
Throwing again here. It's Lawrence. He'll find Etienne out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now Lawrence on first down. Complete. Hunter Henry with the grab. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Lawrence. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And this is going to be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And the Raiders will take over here at their own 12-yard line. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the second quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one. And they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup as we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. Second half starts with a run by Etienne. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Second and 2. Another tote for Etienne. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Lawrence going to get this to Etienne. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll make this a second down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy on the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw and a good one.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Play action. It's Lawrence. And he finds Penny. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Now that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Looking to throw, Lawrence. He finds his man, complete. It's Bennett. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Recon, 132 fighter. Hey, seam 6, seam 6.
And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. Open man here, the tight end Henry. Touchdown, Jaguars. Hunter Henry, 33 yards. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Off-play action. Cantrell is going to fire one deep over the middle. Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. A big play there for the Raiders. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way, oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover him. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
Quick hitter here. It's complete. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Kenyon Drake, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Raiders are an extra point away from tying this ball game here in the final moments of the 3rd quarter. Carlson on for the PAT. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And it's all on the line now, all even in this wild card matchup. Maybe their most important drive of the season coming up right now here, 1st and 10. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. A handoff for Etienne. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
On 3rd and 1, it's Lawrence. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Bennett. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Here's Lawrence. And that's complete to Etienne out of the backfield. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play there on the catch and run.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 26-yard line. Here's a give to Etienne. Down to the 25. Yannick Ngakoue in on the stop. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
They go play action with Lawrence. That's caught by Pettit. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that'll lead here to a third down.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've been outstanding. 7 first downs and 8 tries. Here it's 3rd and 2. From the gun, it's Lawrence. Escaping the pressure right. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
How many times have we seen this late in the fourth quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Etienne with it. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They face a 2nd down, but they are in field goal range. On 2nd down, Etienne once more. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Flush to his right. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. Going for it, here's Etienne. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And now their defense came through with the goal line stand, got them the ball back. See what they can do about putting a drive together. Long way to go.
They need to reward that defense. Goal line stand, they've got to make that stand up themselves, right? Give the defense a chance to catch their breath on the sidelines. At least get 2 first downs. 3 would be better. Change field position. Let them catch their breath.
after the incomplete pass. Here now is 2nd and 10. Now Drake, but only able to muster a gain up to the 8-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Cantrell. And that is incomplete.
Well, the defense certainly did its job. They held up in that situation, and now 4th down, you've got to punt this and try to get to overtime. There's no decision to be made in my estimation.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Just a 30-yard punt that time. Now the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field. They go play action now. Lawrence, he'll buy some time right. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And that's going to be caught. Touchdown. And they've broken our tie here in the final minute. Early on, you hit on it. Needing to avoid the big play. Easier said than done, though. There's a big touchdown.
Yeah, the big thing is when he does get his catches, you've got to tackle him and get him on the ground. Obviously, weren't able to do it on that one.
Point after by Lambo, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll start things out at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. He's going to let it fly. And oh, that one nearly intercepted. That would have sealed it. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Back to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Marsh. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. He's back to throw. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the first down, but I thought that was the key.
They'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the fourth. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. Back to throw. And this ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime. Carlson now to add the extra point. And we may very well be headed to overtime. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. And they don't get the reception. Incomplete. So now they're down to 17 seconds remaining. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. From the shotgun, Lawrence, and that is incomplete, nearly intercepted. The free safety couldn't quite get his hands around it, and it brings up 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the gun, Lawrence. And this is going to be intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Majors used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th. That would have been from way downtown. Pretty big roll of the dice, and he comes up a bit short.
Yeah, you knew when you saw the holder setting up on the other side of the 50 that this was going to be a long shot. But to me, there's really no loss here because you've shown confidence in him. Kicking it from a long distance, that'll pay dividends. And the miss, you can shake that one off. He wasn't likely to make it in the first place.
Overtime in a playoff game, awesome setup. Remember, the rules the same as they would be in the regular season.
That's exactly right, Brandon. Remember, the receiving team, if they score a touchdown, game is over. But if they kick a field goal or don't score, the other team gets a chance to get the football. They get a possession. If they go down and score, they win the football game at that point. If both teams kick field goals, we keep playing. If a defense scores, let's say the receiving team gets the ball, doesn't score, or they throw a pick six or fumble, gets picked up, the defense scores, game over. But here's the best part. In a regular season, only one period is played. We could call it a tie. Here, we're going to play until we have a winner.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They stay on the ground with Drake. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
3rd and 8 situation. A tough spot here in overtime on the opening drive. Throw here in overtime. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. The temptation to go for it probably there. Always is, especially in overtime. Got to punt it, though.
I think you're right. I think that you absolutely have to punt it away and trust your defense, especially play a little field position here. But you're so right about the temptation. Another way to satisfy that, though, line up in punt formation and fake it. That's another way to get it done.
Here's A.J. Cole now, on for a very important punt here in overtime. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. That'll go in the books as just a 16-yard punt. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. Will go down as a gain of 6, and it's a 2nd down.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
From the 41, Lawrence steps away to his left. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Little OT scramble drill that time, Mr. Davis.
And, partner, I can tell you from personal experience, nothing drives a defense crazier than having things covered and the quarterback takes off and picks up a 1st down or big yardage. Because whether you're in zone or man, it's easy to lose track of him because you don't always have someone assigned to him. And once he goes, now everybody's scrambling to try and tackle him.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Etienne once more. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settle it, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. On third down, here's Etienne. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another first down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. On first and 10, it's Etienne. And he'll be pulled down, and now a late flag will come with it. And that's in the area of a face mask, I think. In overtime, you have to be smarter than that.
A personal foul just can't happen. Have to have poise.
So the face mask moves him closer, and now first and goal. A give to Etienne running right. And a nice pickup there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. A give running right, Etienne. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. All right, well, they didn't kick it on second down, now third and goal. You have to kick it here.
Absolutely have to kick it, because if you get a bad snap, you fall on it, you got a chance to kick it again on fourth down. Let's say it gets blocked and it's behind the line of scrimmage. You fall on it, you get another chance at it. Give yourself that option. Give yourself that opening.
They'll try to run with Etienne. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Give him a couple on the run there, and now they're in that in-between area here on fourth and goal. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. That's their second and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. So on now is the kicker, Josh Lambo. This will be just a 21-yard attempt. And the kick is good. He got it. And it's official now. They're going to the playoffs. And losing in this wild card round, you know, they've got something to build on, though, for next year. But I don't know if they want to hear that right now.
Maybe not at the moment. But once they get away from it a little bit and they get into their off-season program, they'll start to talk about that. And I like how you framed it, building blocks, you know, building this program up. And one of my favorite coaches always talks about brick by brick, you build a program. And this is one of those bricks to build them towards the next season where they think they have a chance to advance farther in the playoffs.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA.